The New York Knicks start a 5-game West Coast trip on Tuesday night against the Utah Jazz, looking to get back to the 500 mark. New York Post sports reporter Zach Braziller, he's with the team in Salt Lake City, and he joins us now. Zach, how are you doing? Have you had any good dinners out in Salt Lake City?
No, too late last night, man. But I'm ready to watch some basketball.
All right, ready to watch some basketball. Speaking of dinners, Zach, you reported the Knicks had a players-only dinner to go over their issues. There's been a lot of issues with the team lately. What can you tell us about this dinner meeting?
Um, Julius Randle called the dinner. R.J. Barrett and Obi Toppin talked to us today about the dinner. It was basically, kind of an airing out, holding each other accountable, making it clear that the last few games are just not okay. The effort was really not there in the Nets game. The Thunder, after that good offensive start, it wasn't there either. They're 24th in defensive ranking. They're next to last in the league in three-pointers made that are allowed at 14.1 per game. Just not stats you normally associate with a Tom Thibodeau coach team. This is a team that has made an effort to play differently offensively, play faster, but the defense has really been hurt. They got to figure it out because they're 6-7. This trip is going to be very difficult. If they don't get better defensively in a hurry, it could get a lot worse.
Yeah, we'll get back to the trip in a little bit, but you mentioned it. There's been a lot of talk about the future of head coach Tom Thibodeau following the team's loss to OKC at home on Sunday. Is there any concern here that the players are tuning him out?
I don't see it because if they're, the offense has been good. They're really adjusted to this new style, moving the ball, pushing tempo, pushing pace. You know, to me, it's a combination of things with the defense. It's not having Mitchell Robinson, their best defender, not having Quentin Grimes for much of the year, one of their best perimeter defenders. And look at the roster. It's not a roster that portends to being a great defensive team. Julius Randle's not a big time defender. Obi's not a great defender. Brunson is undersized. Now look, getting Robinson back will help, and he's day to day, so maybe he could be back relatively soon. I think Quentin Grimes, the more he plays, the better he's going to get. I think that can help also. I just think the idea of getting rid of a guy who, to me, at least in the worst, is a middle-of-the-road NBA coach is a mistake. You're going to replace him with someone like Johnny Bryant, who's never been an NBA head coach. I just don't see the sense in that, at least at this point.
Right, and you don't think the players are tuning him out at this point either. Maybe they can fix some of those defensive issues as they get some of those players back. Now, Zach, before the season, I think many Knicks fans would have had this game on Tuesday night against Utah circled on their calendar as a win. However, the Jazz, they've been playing some good basketball. How important is it for the Knicks to come out of this dinner and start this road trip off with a win and at least temporarily quiet all the noise?
Yeah, look, they got to start finding ways to win. Tomorrow, Wednesday night in Denver is going to be an incredibly hard game. Then you have the defending champion Warriors, who I know haven't played great this year, but that's obviously going to be a very difficult game. And then you have the Suns, and then you have the Thunder again, who just put up 145 on you. I know the Knicks are the underdog tonight, and Utah has played very well so far this year. But to me, this and the Thunder are the two most winnable games on this trip. And, if they're going to have a 2-3 trip or maybe even a 3-2 trip, they got to figure out a way to beat the Thunder and win this game tonight.
Got to figure it out, got to get it started, and things can turn around with a win or a dinner. Well, that is Zach Braziller, New York Post sports reporter. He will be covering the Knicks on this road trip. Zach, thank you for your time. I hope you get a good dinner in Salt Lake City or Denver or wherever else you go in your travels.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.
You too.